Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the sixth poem of class 10, that is Amanda. Amanda is written by Australian poet Robin Klein. The poet deals with the theme of torture and ill treatment of young children by their parents. In the poem, Amanda is a young girl who is constantly insulted by her parents for various mistakes she commits. As a child, she feels depressed and sorrowful. In order to escape from the daily ill treatment, she imagines herself to be free and enjoy. So, let's start with the first para. Let's start. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulder, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight. Here, the parents of young Amanda command her not to bite her nails. They further ask her to refrain from hunching, that means bending her shoulders, and also stop slouching, that means remaining lazy, and rather sit up straight. In the first stanza, we come to know that Amanda is a young girl who has come who has some habits which are not liked by her parents. Hence, they often scold her for doing wrong things like biting nails, bending shoulders while sitting, etc. They ask her not to remain lazy and sit straight. The second stanza is written in the bracket. What little Amanda is imagining in order to escape the little taunt and scolding. There is a languid emerald sea where the soul is inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Amanda imagining as if there is a languid, that means quiet and patient, and emerald it means here it means green in color. Sea in which she is a mermaid. That means a fictional water animal with face of girl and a body of fish. As a mermaid, she imagined to be living alone, soul that means soul inhabitant, in the sea and drifting, that means moving slowly with the current of water, blissfully, that means happily. Third stanza. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. The parents again scold little Amanda in third stanza. They ask her whether she has finished her homework or not, whether she has tidied her room, that is, put the things in order or not, whether she has cleaned her shoes or not. The line suggests that she has not done her homework nor cleaned her room and her shoes. She seems to be careless to her parents, who are quite frustrated and scold her for being lazy and inactive. Stanza 4 is again in the bracket, which tells what little Amanda is thinking in order to escape the harassment. Amanda imagines as if she is an orphan. Orphan means those who have no parents, has no parents, and roaming, that means wandering around the street. So, doing so she would have made her hushed, that means it means inactive, which are not in motion, bare feet, dirty with dust. However, she loves being an orphan because the silence is golden and the freedom is sweet. She believes that being an orphan she would be happier because there will be no roaring voice for that is of her parents. It will be silence everywhere and she will not be bound by the principle made by her parent. Hence she would be free. Here the child imagine being free and quiet. Stanza 5. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your ache, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? Here, parents continue to scold her. This time, her mother asks her not to eat chocolate. She reminds Amanda about her aches. That means pimples on her face. Amanda does not seem to be listening to her mother, which further irritates the later, that means her mother. So her mother asks her to look at her as she is speaking to her. In this stanza, parents of Amanda is angry because she has seen her eating chocolate. When she tries to stop Amanda from eating cake, the latter looked away, which makes her mother more angry. Stanza 6. Amanda again escaped to imagination. She imagined as if she is Rapunzel, that means a German fairy princess with long golden hair captured by a witch in a castle. Amanda imagined as if she is Rapunzel and living in the tower. She does not care for anything. She desires to remain there forever and does not want to let her bright golden hair down the window, as Rapunzel did in order to bring her lover up. Hence, she does not want any human with her. She desires to remain alone in a place where no one can come. The lines show how much she is fed up with humans, especially her parents. In the final stanza, the mother of Amanda asks her to immediately stop sulking, that means annoyed and disappointed face. She further blames little Amanda for being moody and angry all the time. According to her, she should not remain angry all the time. It will make others think that she is nagging, that means harassing or torturing her. The poem ends, it looks like after being repeatedly scolded, Amanda stopped imagining. She has made a habit of listening to the torturous words every day. Hope you understood it properly. Thank you.